quick update before the review. We actually want to start owner's review, reviewing your own car on our channel. So we actually need your help. And we want to make this global tour, but why don't we start from Korea first? I'll leave my email below here, so let me know a little bit about your car and also let me know your contact number if you're interested. Okay guys, now let's get back to the review. Well, welcome to Asian Petrol. It is February 17th here in Korea. It's about 6:40 p.m. here, so good evening to you guys. It's a little bit cold today. It's about -6 degrees in Celsius, so you know it's not been so cold here in Korea this winter, but all of a sudden it's very cold. Today we have a QM6. It's actually Renault Samsung QM6. That's what the logo looks like for the Renault Samsung. And you know, this QM6 is a compact SUV crossover from Renault Samsung. Renault Samsung actually launched this car back in 2016 for the first time here in Korea. And then this is actually 2019 year model. This is actually the first facelift for the QM6 here in Korea after 3 years after the initial launch. And you guys probably know this model as a Renault Koleos, actually Koleos 2, I guess. So we're going to show you quickly the lighting system because it's dark outside. That's what night reviews are for. And we're going to show you the interior and ambient lights quickly and take her for a quick night drive. Okay, before we begin, if you do love cars and car reviews, please do support us by subscribing to our channel and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss out in the future. Okay, so you know, it also has LED combination tail lamp, which means we have a burp type turn signal and backup lamp here. I think this part looks really good. It's not carried all the way because there's a logo in the middle, but this color is actually blue. I love it. It's got a LPG model inside, so it's got fake exhaust. The actual exhaust is located, oh, it's right there. It's located right here. Okay, let me just quickly also show you the trunk. Okay, quite cozy here. You can fold the second row seats from here too. So that's pretty nice. Because our tester has a donut looking LPG container down here, there's no spare tire, but they're giving us a fix-a-flat kit right here under there. Okay, so the trunk size is not so big, but you know, quite okay for a compact SUV, I should say. Yes, and it also has a folding power lift gate. Okay, we'll just put the seat back on. Okay, I'll just quickly show you the car from the side. You know, this car is actually sits right between the Hyundai Tucson and Hyundai Santa Fe. I wish they made it a little bit bigger because it's kind of like in the middle. Okay, so let me just show you the second row seats. It says QM6 here. You guys know I'm about 6'2", but there's a good amount of leg room, and my feet is very comfortable. It's got lots of room under there. Headroom is my hair is a little bit brushing against it, but you know, I'm 6'2", quite comfortable back here. Window a little bit left like that, but you know, there's no sunshade, manual sunshade right there. It's got soft touching material here. It's got wood grain here, hard plastic, but soft touching materials here. So it's pretty good. It's got 2 USB charging ports here. Work with me, iPhone. 2 USB charging port and air vents. There's nothing under there, and it's got good armrest. Oh. And funny thing is they put 2-stage heated seats switch over here, which is a little bit odd. But it's got 2 cup holders here. Once again, I don't like you know, this vertical cup holders because it tends to bother. You have no way to put your arm comfortably. It seems to have a big panoramic sunroof on the top, LED reading lights, so that's pretty nice. Window opens about halfway. So I'll give you a pretty good view out the window. Yeah, so that's about the second row. Let me just quickly show you the front design and show you the first row and go for a night drive, okay? That's what the rim looks like. Looks pretty good. I tested wearing a 19-inch rims, 225 55 by 19 front and back. And like I told you this is a facelift. So they put new grille here, and this is actually LED headlamp, LED turn signal. Let me just show you the turn signal. It's very cold today. Yep. So that's the turn signal. It's a LED headlamp, LED DRL, C shape, and LED high beam, and LED fog lamp as well. Okay, so that's what the car looks like. It's got 2-liter LPG engine that puts it about 140 horsepower, 142 pound-feet of torque, and it's made to CVT, which has an artificial 7 shifting points. So we'll show you how it drives pretty soon. Okay, let me also show you the front, the driver's seat. Okay, so it's, I'm sorry, please do excuse me, my hands are frozen, and probably might not know what I'm talking about. Whew. To excuse me. It's got 7-inch screen in the middle, showing various information like that, tire pressure, average distance, and everything. So it's got ambient lights. I left it on there. You can choose among 5 different colors. It's right on the side, down here, and around the gauge cluster, and also on the side. So, okay. So that's what red looks like. Blue, purple. I think that's like yellow. You can also decrease intensity, but why don't we just put it on blue and 100%, because it just picks up everything very nicely. Yeah, and you know, yeah, I still not used to this. This is for the radio control. So you can mute it like this, and let's see. It's a little different than the good old Hyundai system. It's got 12 speakers, both sound system. Sounds pretty good. Old Korean pop.
최대한 다리를 꼬지 않으려고
News. So the one thing that kind of bothered me is that
패널들이 너무 좋아했고 않을까 안철천 대표가
some classics. So sounds pretty good. One thing that I'm not a fan of, this actually has a 8.7-inch S-Link system. It's a pretty good system when it was launched at first around 2016. But you know, nowadays a lot of newer cars use lots of bigger screens, and this is positioned like vertical like this, but usually people nowadays put it horizontally to make it look more you know, wider, and also the maps can be shown more better, I guess. We also have you know, Apple CarPlay. Let me just show it to you guys quickly. Yep. Yeah, like that. And device connecting. And so it comes like this. So it's pretty nice. It's fast. Ooh, no. It works pretty nicely. You can call people, listen to music and everything. So, all right. So, and one thing that I'm not big fan of is the volume, and everything is mostly down with the touch sensitive buttons. No haptic feedback, so you kind of have to guess where you are. So, except few, this is two-stage heated and ventilation seats, eco button, parking assist. You know, at least they put few things, lock and unlock, things in with the physical buttons. But other than that, everything is you have to do it touch sensitive button wise. You know, they put the temperature and things like that with the physical dials, but I just wish they had at least a volume button with the knob, but that would been very nice. We also have a CVT transmission, continuous variable transmission, with 7 artificial shifting points. You have to. There's no paddle shifters, which was there, but you can use this button for the manual shifting. Okay. We also have a speed limiter, cruise control, electric parking, some cup holders. Looks a little bit awkward, and some storage area here, and glove box. Yeah, so that's it. I think I showed you everything about the car. Why don't we just go out to the road with QM6 or Renault Koleos. I never get it right? 다시 할게요. Alright guys, I think I showed you pretty much everything about the interior of the Renault Samsung QM6 or Renault Koleos. So why don't we go out to the road with Koleos. So let me just show you the light out. This is what it looks like without any lights on. That's DRL, headlamp, high beam, turn signal. It also has a cornering lamp. Look, you see that? On the left, on the right. So that's actually activated by the fog lamp, okay? So let's go out to the road, okay guys? Alright guys, now we are on the road with Renault Samsung QM6, and like I said, this has a 2-liter LPG engine, which puts out about 140 horsepower and 143 pound-feet of torque, made it to a CVT. So, you know, it's nothing particularly powerful or, you know, loud or anything like that, but rather it's very quiet and smooth. You know, delivers power very smoothly. So, you know, I'll show you how an engine behaves pretty soon. But the CVT, many people don't like it because it makes a lot of drone noise, but this one seems to not have so much drone noise. And, you know, it's like I said, it has a 7th artificial shifting point. So when you drive, it feels like, you know, it feels like it actually has gears to shift to. See, right now I'm pushing it and it just comes down. You know, some of the older CVTs, when you kind of give it a lot of gas, it will remain on like 4,000 or RPM, or where there's maximum power. It will just stay there. But let me just show you pretty soon. But this one seems to be shifting like it's shifting. So. And you can, there's no paddle shifter, but you can shift with the gear selector like this manually. But it's actually very backward of what you know, Korean manufacturers use, which means again to Hyundai and Kia model. models. So you kind of have to get used to it after a while. But what about visibility? Is very good. You know, like I said, this is a compact SUV. It's got the big windows all around, so it also has a big side mirror, so it's actually very pleasant to drive. Just like any crossovers, you know, you kind of sit up high like this, so it's very pleasant to see out of. And one thing that I'm also noticing is that it's very quiet inside. On some of the better models, it's got double laminated for the first and second row seats, side windows, but this guy only has it for the none of the side windows, but it's still very quiet. So I do like the noise level. It's very good. You know, Hyundai makes good cars nowadays, but some lower models can be quite noisy, especially from the tire noise and from the bottom. But this one seems to be quite alright for a compact SUV, I think. It also has a heated steering wheel. It's a very cold day, so I need it. Yeah, so. Okay, let me just take that eco mode out. See, I'm flooring it, 5,000, and it just comes back. So it's if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know that this guy has a CVT. All right, we also have a departure warning system. So let me just show it to you. If the system detects that the car is, you know, trying to cross the lane, it will make that noise. Yeah, so that's it. It also shows it to you through the system here. Okay, so the suspension wise, it's got Multilink at the back, so you know, it feels quite smooth. Like I said, this got LPG engine, so it's very quiet. You know, just show it to you. Makes a lot of noise, but doesn't have big power. It's just you know, pretty okay level. So we have camera detector. Let me just show you one more time. Foot down. So it actually shifts upward. You know, some of the CVTs I told you, it will just stay at the 5,000 or 4,000 where the maximum power is. And but this system actually, let me just show it to you again. Foot down. It will actually shift up. So that's a little bit different story for this CVT. They're calling it Xtronic. Feels pretty good. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So it's got actually 7 artificial shifting points. 5, 4, 3. So, you know, not bad, but not great either. Seems to be quite a nice one for CVT, but once again, I never like CVTs. But nowadays, they're becoming very nice. The one on the Venue is very nice too, and this one seems to be very nice too. So if I have to choose between DCT and CVT and just regular torque converter, I'll probably choose regular torque converter because it's you know, doesn't bother you like DCT in CT heavy traffic. And you know, nowadays you know, regular torque converters shifts quite fast too. So I mean, if you're gonna get like a sports car, maybe then you should get a DCT. But if I would get a rear sports car, then I would probably get it with the manual transmission. So like I said, it feels very quiet in here. I don't see that much body roll. Haven't really had a chance to take this car around the corner pretty hard because, you know, I didn't have really time for the official daytime review because Editor Jung just got this for a Korean site. So, but you know, some of the audience really wanted to see the Renault Samsung car, so I kind of borrowed from him. So, just to giving you you know, quick night drive around it. I'll also show you the you know, very good eco coaching system. Will actually give you stars, you know, what percentage of you driving slowly, economically, and so forth like that. So that's pretty good. So it doesn't have like a big punch or big torque line, but when you're driving like this, just slowly, you know, casually, it's enough power. And until like last year, you weren't able to buy LPG cars. It had to be like a rental car, or you had to be disabled some sort to get a benefit. But last year, the Korean government changed the law to because they were just thinking about the environment things. So they wanted people to buy LPG rather than the diesel. So this been pretty selling quite nicely here in Korea. So it actually kind of snowed a lot the whole day today, so don't want to be going too fast. Brakes are also pretty good. Renault, Samsung, and most Korean cars, when you put your foot down first, it reacts quite fastly. But when you give it strong brake, it tends to fade away pretty soon. So I think it's just the way Korean people likes the feel about the brakes. So it's very sensitive at the first, and it kind of fades away. And that's how I been trained to drive here too. So I'm pretty used to that feeling too. So just wanted to show you a night drive. So let me just give it one more go. So it doesn't have big power, and its peak torque 142 pound-feet, starts from 3,700 RPM, which isn't quick, right? So yeah, you kind of have to squeeze the power out of the 2-liter gasoline engine. I mean, there isn't much to show. I mean, there isn't like lots of driving aids or fancy things like that. Like I said, this is a facelift model. They first introduced this QM6 model back in 2016 as a 2016 year model. So and it feels quite stable even on very high speed, I should say. But yeah, but it actually pushes the car very nicely. But like I said, it doesn't have a big power. So the manual shifting is very opposite to Hyundai and Kia system. You actually have to push it forward to go to minus, push toward yourself to go to plus, and Hyundai is very opposite way. But it works very nicely. Like I said, if I haven't told you, then you would not notice that this is a CVT. What do you think about the blinker sound? Sounds weird too, isn't it? Maybe they got it from Renault. It sounds a little bit Europeanish. So do let me know, guys. Ooh. Uh-oh. Alright guys, this has been another night drive with 2019 Renault Samsung QM6. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and if you do love cars and car reviews, please do support us by subscribing to our channel, and also hit that bell notification so you don't miss out in the future. Thank you guys, and see you guys soon. Bye bye.